All right, so we're back here with Sam. So it's been a couple of weeks since we've done any filming, but we've had to go through a few different things, haven't we, Sam? Here, a little bit of the gout flare-up for about 10 days, slowed us down, but as you can see, he's moving his leg great. So we couldn't even bend this 2 weeks ago. Now he has great range of motion. We're going to show you some pictures of the scar and the wound and the incision. Really came out nice. Doctor said you're looking pretty good on that one.
Yeah.
Was impressed.
Everything's
So
good.
bandage is off, everything's good. So how you feeling overall?
I'm good, making progress every day, getting more movement.
Yeah, I can tell, because you couldn't even, I see you wiggling your legs like that.
Yeah.
We were a long ways from that before. So, remember from last time, we've been doing some things for a couple days. First thing we had to worry about was we really wanted to make sure that that incision was healing very, very well. So we lasered that during the wound protocols. First we reset the nerve, then we lasered that. Bandage came out, really, really happy with the way that the incision and the scar looks right now. We have the fracture, so we got some great pictures pre and post of the fractures we're going to let you see as we put this up on the site. Now, the fracture's healing really good, but we have to be a little bit careful. We got a wire up top, and so we still don't want to put any weight on it for another 2 weeks, correct? So we're looking at 2 weeks, then we can start putting a little bit of weight. Right now, he's only supposed to put about as much as they say, like you're stepping on a cracker, so not much weight at all. So really the things we've been working on is we still have to get the strength, so when he is ready to put some weight on that, we're good to go. So getting around really well on the walker, but really having to put most of the weight on the left-hand side. So we got the fracture healing, we got the incision healing, we got the nerves reset, and today we're going to come back and we're going to recheck a few different things, and we're going to start activating those pathways. So Sam, why don't you go back on your back here. There we go. All right. So we're really happy with this. So I'm going to check a couple different things. I'm going to check some muscle strength. Okay. So Sam, pull your toes up towards your nose. So as you can see, this right L5, S1, this toe is weak. Let's try it again. Pull them up and hold. Can you feel the difference between one side and the other?
Can.
Absolutely. Okay. Now, I'm also going to check a little bit of the hip adductors, but I'm not going to do much. So this is going to just be light. I'm just going to engage this. So what I want you to do is I want you to squeeze your knees together. Don't let me pull apart. Okay, that's good. So that fires. Now, I'm not doing too much. Now, I want you to push out just a little bit. Good. All right. So we can see that the right leg's maybe hard for you to see, but you can see the right leg fires. I mean, the left leg fires, but not the right. So where do we start? We always start by going 2 inches below the belly button for the body balance. So we're going to do that. Normally we'd have the glasses on. We're going to start with infrared. Perfect. We're going to do this for about 40 seconds. And then we're going to do 40 seconds with red. So I normally would like to be on skin, but in this case it's going to be a little bit more. I'm going through some really light cotton, so I'm not worried about it. As we talked before, skin on skin is absolutely best. This is still going to be great. So we're going to do the body balancing. Then we're going to reset the nerve to the L5, to the hip, to where the incision that comes all the way down to the big toe. So that's going to be our second point. So body balance first, reset the nerve third. We're going to go to the area involvement today. Okay, that's going to be going to be probably using a little bit of fracture, and we're also going to be doing some muscle activation.
Okay.
So those are going to be the 2 settings we're going to look here. And then I'm going to have you do a little bit of movement, and then I'm going to come in with a variable adjuster, and I'm going to get your muscles to fire by tapping them, and you're not going to have to do any work, okay? So that's the good part. So we can get the nerves to fire and potentiate by using an activating gun. I could be using a percussor, I could be using a vibrational ball, I could be using a whole lot of different things. So first, body balance, then we're going to change the setting here. We're going to come back, and we're going to come right into the groin area, and we're going to reset the nerve. So the goal of resetting the nerve, like we talked before, is that any time we've had trauma, we lose feedback from the area that's been hurt through the spinal cord, cerebellum, opposite thalamus, neocortex, in this particular area. So it's like your cell phone, instead of being on 4 bars, 4G or 5G if you might have it now, on 1 bar of 3G, right? So we don't want that. So we start with the infrared, and you can see I've switched to the red. I'm on the body, so I'm not using the glasses at this particular time. So once we start to do the nerves, what I want you to do is I want you to bring this foot up, push this one down. Yeah, and then switch. So you're going to toggle. Hold it for a second and switch. So right now, we're firing the nerves. So I got one quad firing while the other one's inhibited. This other is being inhibited here. So we have some reciprocal inhibition through a cord reflex. So I want you to switch again for me. So balance the body, reset the nerve, activate the neurological pathway, and then we're going to come back and do some trick stuff here with the adjusting gun. So I want you to hold that for me, right here, if you wouldn't mind. Couple more.
Switch.
Switch, foot down, foot up. Okay, and let it relax. So let's just see how we're doing here. So pull your toes towards your nose, hold strong. You feel the difference?
I do.
Look it. I can move the table. So very cool. Doesn't take you very long, but
That's amazing.
it's amazing. It really is amazing. So you can feel that L5 is it. So what did I do? I brought it from 1 bar to 5 bars. Was the muscle weak? No, the nerve was just turned down. The laser resets the neurology better than anything in the whole world. Okay? So that's pretty cool. So now we have the nerve reset. I'm going to come here and I'm going to switch to a different protocol where we're going to come in, we're going to do some muscle activation. Beautiful. So I'm going to come in and I'm just going to put that right there. No, that's good. I think we should be all right. I'm going to have you hold it for just a second. I just want people to see here. So we have a fracture, we have the hip replaced, we have the incision, so we're going to come over to the area involvement. I'm going to do a couple different things in regards to now using the variable adjuster and getting the muscles to fire. So normally I'd be on that side, but for video purposes, I'm going to come in here. Now tell me, you have any places that's really sore? Boy, that's a little taut in there.
Yeah, it's real tight. Yeah.
That's real tight in there. So this is probably going to cause these muscles to fire up. So I just load it just a little bit. There you go. And you're going to hear it change. Hear that change after it softened up? Boy, this TFL, where the incision was really tight. Now, how's that for you? Uncomfortable?
That's fine.
There's a nice part. And you hear it quiets down. So once the muscle releases that trigger points, you'll feel the adjusting gun quiets on down here. So a great way when they can't do active movements to get the muscles to fire while you're lasering, sending that reflex, those muscle spindles, those large afferent fibers up through the cord, same side cerebellum, opposite side cortex. Okay, now what I want is I want this adductor on this right side to fire. For many different reasons, I want it to support the muscles so when he gets up and he's walking, he's going to have good support. Remember, this is the fascia medialis, controls the kneecap and how the knee moves. I want that to be tracking nice as well. I want stability, I want strength, and I want him to be safe when he's up, okay? No more balls, okay? So we're going to be really careful in regards to that. So we've done a couple things. It doesn't take very long when you're doing it. Now, I'm going to have you hold right there for me, okay? And then to have you multitask, I want you to squeeze the knees together, and we want you to hold. Don't let me pull apart. Hold. Good. One more time. Good. Now, as you do this, usually 3, 4, 5 times max, you can feel the strength coming back, okay? So you can see it start to feel back, a little bit of waver, and then the strength comes in. Now, I want you to push out. This one was a little bit weak. Push out into my hands, push out into my hands.
Oh,
Okay, out, push out, good.
there you go, sir.
There ain't much there, right?
Yeah.
So what's our goal? Our goal is gonna really get this to be firing again, so when he's up, we're gonna see some big changes, okay?